Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today I've got another bread recipe for you. A ciabatta bread. Into a bowl I have got 2 cups of lukewarm water, into which I'm going to be putting 1 tablespoon of yeast, 1 teaspoon of salt. Going to be giving that a little mix. Four cups of flour to go into it. So same amount of glass that I've used, measurements. I've used the same glass to make that double its size. So 2 waters to 4 flours. Give this a good mix with your spoon. We want it a wet mixture like so. As you can see, it's quite sticky dough, and that's exactly what we want. So once you've given that a good mix, then all we're going to do is cover it up and leave it to rest for half an hour, and then I'll come back. This isn't a dough where you will be kneading it. This is like a folding technique that we'll be using. So we'll just leave this to rest for half an hour. So get a cling film and cover it up, or like me, I've got a lid, so I'm just going to put the lid on, leave it for half an hour, and it's been half an hour. So after half an hour we will do the first folding and stretching. What you need to do is dip your hands into water. So just dip my hands into water, and then what you need to do is just pull from one end and just bring it right across. Turn your plate, and we'll do the same again. Just pick up your dough and pull it to the end. Just dip your hands into water if the dough starts to get sticky. Again, pick it up and bring it right across the other side. And this is how we do it. So this is the 4th side. I'll pick it up and bring it on the other side. So that's one fold we've done. With the first time we will do this double fold. So we'll go back to the beginning, and you pick up your dough again and stretch it over to the other side. Dip your hands into water. Turn your plate. Again, pick up your dough and bring it to the other side. Each time you're doing so, it's holding air, and that makes our dough, our bread, very light at the end. So no kneading, just folding process. And now to the 4th and final fold for this. Pick it up and just bring it to fold. So now you need to cover it up again, either with cling film or a towel or a lid, and leave it resting for another half an hour. Okay, it's been half hour again, and we're now going to do the second fold. Again, just wet your hands into water so that the dough does not stick to your hands. Just get hold of it and then pull it and stretch it right across to the other side. Turn your bowl. Again, get hold of your dough, pull it and stretch and tuck it to the other side. Again, turn your bowl, pick up your dough, stretch and fold to the other side. And finally the fourth side, again pick it up, stretch and fold. So that's our second fold. We're going to come back again in half an hour's time to do our final fold. Okay, after having waited another half an hour, as you can see our dough is risen again. Just wet your hands into water and then we'll do one more folding and stretching. This is really nice Italian bread. It's so lovely. It's simple, but just having to leave it rest for a long time. That's the only thing. And some people actually make this and leave it to rise for over 10 hours. But as you can see, you got lots of lovely bubbles inside. So we've just done a final, can't remember if I've done that as 3 or 4. I'll just do one more just in case. Very forgetful I am. And then just, as you can see, it's quite lovely, full of bubbles. And now we're just going to leave it for another half an hour and then we'll turn it onto our work surface. Okay, after another half an hour, we generously put flour on our work surface and turn this upside down. Oops. And we'll just wait for that to drop down. It will drop. Okay. Sprinkle flour on top as well. And then with our hands, we want to just try and open it up a little bit. More like a square, rectangle sort of shape. And then what you want to do, just sprinkle. What we want to do then is take it from one end and bring it to the middle. And then do the same on the other side. Take it from one end and bring it to the middle. And you just want to press so that these bits will seal up a bit. And then you want to roll it over. It's so lovely working with this. Now, depending how big you want them, you can cut them into small pieces and make them just small. You can cut it in half and make it like 2 large pieces, and I think I might just do that. You will need to use a lot of flour to flour it up. You can make it whatever shape you want, really. You can have it round or oblong. Okay, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put it straight into my work, into my tins that I've already prepared. Just make sure that you put you can either oil your baking tray or put greaseproof paper or these handy lining sheets that you can buy nowadays. And you want to really generously flour your baking tin, and then try your best to pick it up. So I've just gone ahead and just put them on top of my baking tray, and now we're going to leave it to rest for another half hour to 45 minutes before it goes in the oven. Okay, so our ciabatta breads have been resting there like this for about 50 minutes. As you can see, they've well risen. I'm now going to be placing them in a preheated oven. At the moment I've got it at 250 degrees. Once I put my loaves in the oven, I will turn it down to 230 degrees for about 10 minutes, and then reducing it further to about 200 degrees for another 10-15 minutes until they're lightly crusty, browned off on top. Okay, our homemade ciabatta breads are done. I had it in the oven at 250 to begin with, turned it down as soon as I put them in at 230 for 10 minutes, and then reduced it down to 200 for about 15 minutes further. So we're just gonna soft on the inside and crispy on the outside. Ideally you would leave it to cool down a bit more, but just to like I said, leave it down to cool and it will. So you've got all your pockets in the inside. Nice and hot butter, well, butter to go on top. Eat it that way, or you can, I've just made olive oil, a bit of lemon juice and oregano in it, and then you can dip your bread into the olive oil and eat it like so. Absolutely delicious. Hope you give it a go. It really is simple to make. You just got to have patience. That's all it takes. It just takes a little bit of patience, and that's all. So our homemade ciabatta bread ready to be eaten. Take care until next time.